Welcome to my channel, All for Health with Jane. Family, the 5 accused in the AKA murder case appeared in court yesterday for the bail application. Listening at the prosecutor presenting the evidence, family, the investigating officers in this case have done a splendid job. They've done a great job. We need to give credit where it is due. When you listen at this presentation, the way they used cell phone information or cell phone data to connect the accused with the murder scene or the crime scene. Family, you will agree with me that the officers in this case are brilliant. They have tried to organize almost most of the information that is going to be needed in this case. Family, it's up to the defense now. It's up to the defense lawyers to defend their clients. And we are waiting to hear how are they going to do it. Family, in the comment section, please tell me if you feel, if you think, if you believe that this accused must be given bail after listening to this presentation by the prosecutor. Let's listen.
I applied for a subpoena in terms of Section 205 of the Criminal Procedure Act 51 of 1977. The information received from Standard Bank upon Section 205 subpoena established that the Standard Bank card belonged to applicant number 5, also known as Lindo. It was further established from an analysis of the opening documents of the Standard Bank account that the said account was opened on the morning of the incident by Lindo Mhlalsen in demand. 18. CCTV video footage from outside the Wish restaurant revealed that a grey VW Polo stopped outside the restaurant around 21:17 whilst the first deceased was inside the restaurant. The clothing of the person that alighted from the vehicle and entered the restaurant was the same as seen in the video footage as being the African male that was later identified as applicant number 5, Lindo. The tracking report on the grey VW Polo places the vehicle in the vicinity of Hilton Hotel and then later at the Wish restaurant around the same times. The first deceased is at these respective places. 19. Sometime later, around 21:35, a white Mercedes-Benz C200 was also spotted passing the intersection of Montpellier Road and Gordon Road, traveling towards the direction of the Florida Road. After the Mercedes-Benz passed the restaurant, it came to a stationary position approximately 100 meters from the restaurant. 20. At approximately 22:18, the first deceased and his entourage, accompanied by the second deceased, exit the restaurant through a passageway leading onto a pavement on Florida Road. During this time, the two shooters can be seen on the video footage crossing Florida Road towards the Wish restaurant from the direction where the white Mercedes-Benz was parked. The first deceased is seen on video footage talking to the second deceased and hugging him. A suspect wearing a white cap approached the deceased from behind. At the same time, another suspect wearing dark clothing and a cap is also seen having positioned himself between the two vehicles. 21. The first suspect is further observed armed with a firearm approaching the deceased and shooting him in the head. The second suspect maintains his position and simultaneously fires shots in the direction of both deceased. The first deceased falls to the ground and the second deceased runs into the passageway and falls. Both suspects are observed fleeing the scene by crossing over Florida Road towards the direction of the white Mercedes-Benz. The suspects jumped into the Mercedes-Benz and leaves at high speed. Applicant 1, Lindo Tabani Mkwanas, herein referred to as Tabani, cellular phone records places him in the vicinity of the crime scene when both deceased were shot. 22. Investigations were immediately conducted at the scene after the murders of the deceased, and it was established that the two deceased died at the scene. 2 spent 9mm nickel cartridges were found close to the body of the first deceased. 4 spent 9mm cartridge cases were found in the vicinity of where the second suspect had positioned himself. Video footage from the inside and outside the restaurant was secured. Postmortems were conducted on both deceased and the cause of death was consistent with the gunshot wounds. 23. The next morning, after interviewing witnesses, I attempted to trace the direction that the Mercedes-Benz have taken after the incident. My colleagues or team and I obtained CCTV video footages from various sources to determine the direction and the number plate of the Mercedes-Benz. After viewing the video footage, I established that the left front headlight was not functioning and that the registration of the Mercedes-Benz was ND901841. Investigations were then conducted to determine cellular phones that were active on the path that the Mercedes-Benz embarked on and at the crime scene. 24. On 6 March 2023, I was informed that a Mercedes-Benz used in the commission of a murder and attempted murder on docket Barricas 5303 of year 2023 was recovered near Cattle Crest Informal Settlement. I attended the scene and established that the white Mercedes-Benz C200 had the registration numbers ND151162. I observed the following on the scene. 24.1. The motor vehicle was covered with Coca-Cola. 24.2. The petrol cap was open and 2 bent mesh sticks were found at the entrance of the tank. 24.3. 2 bent mesh sticks were found on the floor below the tank. 24.4. 2 spent rifle cartridge cases were found at the back seat of the motor vehicle. 24.5. 1 spent rifle cartridge case was found on the front seat of the motor vehicle. 24.6. There were 3 bullet holes on the driver's side window. 24.7. 1 bullet hole on the windscreen on the driver's side. 24.8. Muti or traditional herbs was found in the back seat. 24.9. 1 live 9mm round in nickel casing was found underneath the carpet in the front passenger side. 24.10. The registration plates on the motor vehicles were false. 24.11. The chassis number of the motor vehicle was checked through a notice and established to be that the motor vehicle was robbed on 7th January 2023. A docket was registered at Durban Central, bearing Durban Central cars 32701-2023. 24.12. The left front headlight of the vehicle was not functioning. 25. The evidence collected led me to reasonably conclude that the Mercedes-Benz that was recovered under docket Barricas 5303-2023 is the same vehicle used as a getaway vehicle in the commission of murders of the first and the second deceased outside the Wish restaurant in Florida Road. I base this conclusion on the fact that the 9mm live round in nickel casing that was found in the vehicle is similar to the 2 nickel spent cartridges found close to the first deceased body. The left front headlight that was not functioning and visible in the video footage was also in the same position on the Mercedes-Benz that was recovered. 26. Upon investigations carried out at the scene where the Mercedes-Benz was abandoned, it was established that there had been an attempt to set the vehicle alight by one of the suspects. One of the suspects also purchased airtime from a tuck shop situated a few meters away from where the vehicle was abandoned. Investigations revealed that Spamandla Ngcobo was identified as the person who recharged his phone with the airtime purchased from the tuck shop. Spamandla Ngcobo, also known as Mnqantsa, was arrested on the 26th March 2023 and charged on the docket Durban Central Cars 32701-2023 for robbery with aggravating circumstances of the Mercedes-Benz. 27. Cellular phone records were obtained for Spamandla Ngcobo and compared with the cellular phone records at the scene of murders on the night in question. It was established that Spamandla Ngobo, also known as Mganza, had communicated with applicant number 2, Lindani Zenzelen Demande, herein referred to as Shisela, Siyabonga Gezani Demande, also known as Ngale, and Dave Malusin Demande, also known as MJ, prior to the matter. Cellular phone records of applicant 2, Shisela, Dave Malusin Demande, also known as MJ, applicant 4, Gwabeni, and applicant 1, Tabani, were obtained, and they were placed in the vicinity of the Florida Road where the murders had taken place and at the time of the shooting of both deceased. There were other areas where the said cellular phones were placed on the day which are relevant to this case. This will be discussed later in this affidavit. 28. On 21 April 2023, I was informed that applicant number 3, Eddie Siandamieza, herein referred to as Eddie, was arrested under docket Becky Temba Cars 138 of 04-2023 for unlawful possession of a Noriko pistol with the serial numbers filed off. On the same day, Spelele Nkosikona Mnyandu, also known as Gwajo, was arrested under docket Becky Temba Cars 137 of 04-2023 for unlawful possession of a Beretta pistol with a serial number filed off. Both firearms were forwarded to a forensic science laboratory ballistic unit. The ballistic evidence established that the Noriko pistol found in possession of applicant number 3, AD, was positively linked to the 2 nickel spent cartridges found next to the first deceased in this matter. It was therefore established to be one of the murder weapons used in this matter. 29. The evidence in respect of the planning and execution of the murder of the deceased are entirely as follows. 29.1. On 10th February 2023 at approximately 2000 hours, Siyabonga Gezani Demande, also known as Ngale, called applicant 3, AD, requesting for Mercedes-Benz and the firearms. The evidence collected indicates that this is the same Mercedes-Benz that was robbed in January 2023 and recovered on the 6th March 2023 at Cato Crest Informal Settlement. 29.2. Arrangements were made between Ngale and applicant 380 that the vehicle and the firearms are to be delivered to Ngale at the M4 Jacobs off ramp. 29.3. At around 2000 hours, 36 minutes, 39 seconds, the grey VW Polo with registration number NUR 59728, hired and paid by applicant for Gwabeni, and at 2000 hours, 37 minutes, 7 seconds, the silver Hyundai i10 with the registration number, silver Hyundai i10 with the registration number NUR 38078, also hired and paid by applicant number 4 Gwabeni, are be placed by tracker or tracking reports at Jacobs off ramp. The coordinates for the vehicles place them in close proximity with each other when the white Mercedes and the firearms were handed over. 29.2. Arrangements were made between Ngale and applicant 380 that the vehicle and the firearms are to be delivered to Ngale at the M4 Jacobs off ramp. 29.3. At around 2000 hours, 36 minutes, 39 seconds, the grey VW Polo with registration number NUR 59728, hired and paid by applicant for Gwabeni, and at 2000 hours, 37 minutes, 7 seconds, the silver Hyundai i10 with the registration number, silver Hyundai i10 with the registration number NUR 38078, also hired and paid by applicant number 4 Gwabeni, are be placed by tracker or tracking reports at Jacobs off ramp. The coordinates for the vehicles place them in close proximity with each other when the white Mercedes and the firearms were handed over. 29.4. Siyabonga Gezani Demande, also known as Ngale, in the company of applicant 2, Shisela, Spamandla Ngobo Mganza, and 2 other unknown males received the Mercedes-Benz mentioned here in above. 29.5. Prior to the handing over of the said Mercedes-Benz, the evidence shows that at 2040, applicant 2, Shisela's cell phone records place him in the vicinity of Jacobs. At 2033, Siyabonga Gezani Ndimande's cellular phone records place him in Kongela, which is en route to Jacobs off-ramp. At 2034, applicant 1, Thabani's cellular phone records place him in Kongela, which is en route to Jacobs off-ramp. There is evidence that the 3 were in the same vicinity at the same time. 29.6. At 2058, applicant 4, Gwabeni's cellular phone records place him in the vicinity of Dale Bridge Station. At 2058, 15 seconds, the tracking report of the grey VW Polo with registration NUR 59728 places the vehicle passing Dale Bridge Station. There is evidence indicating that applicant 4 Gwabeni was in the same vehicle or in the vicinity where this vehicle was. The evidence further established that at 2041, applicant 5, Lindo's cellular phone records place him in the vicinity of Jacobs when the white Mercedes-Benz and the firearms were being handed over to Siyabonga Gezani Ndimande, also known as Nile. 29.7. The evidence therefore establishes that applicant 1, Thabani, applicant 2, Shisela, applicant 4, Gwabeni, and applicant 5, Lindo, were part of the group that went to collect the Mercedes-Benz and the firearms to be used in the shooting and killing the deceased on that day. They were driving in 2 vehicles, being the grey VW Polo and the silver Hyundai i10.
Family, the Inyangas are also playing a vital role in these murder cases. You will realize that in the Senzo Meiwa case, we are told of the Inyanga that helped them in the process. Now we are here on AKA and Tibz case. The Mutis are found in the car. These Inyangas must be getting a lot of money from these boys for what they are doing by encouraging them to continue doing what they are doing. Family, in the comment section, let's talk about this. Thank you very much for watching this video to the end. Please like it before you leave. Subscribe for my channel if you haven't done so yet. I love you, family. Thank you. Bye.